They say the human body isn't meant to fly. Bone and blood weren't designed to leave the ground at 90 miles per hour. And yet, on a quiet summer morning in Brantley County, that's exactly what happened. Witnesses didn't see the crash itself, but they saw what was left behind. A severed head near a concrete barrier, and a body thrown yard away like it had been ripped from gravity itself. But this story didn't start at the moment of impact. It started long before, with a man the locals only knew as a rumor on wheels. His name was Derek Cole, though most people never knew that. The few had called him by another name, Ghost Rider. Not because he was dead, but because nobody ever managed to catch him while he was alive. Derek made a career out of fast crimes and faster exits. Snatch a purse, grab a bag, swipe a phone from an open window, then disappear on a blue motorcycle before anyone could react. Convenience stores, parking lots, gas stations, he treated them like open registers. Time after time, police chased him. Time after time, he outran them. People would shake their heads and mutter, "That man's made a deal with the devil. He's always gone away with crime." And the worst part? He believed it too. It was July 3rd, 2024. The sun was just crawling over State Route 23. Trooper Ryan Mercer was on routine patrol. Windows up, radar on, nothing unusual. Then he saw it. A blue motorcycle streak passed him like a bullet with no target. No hesitation, no fear. Mercer didn't know who it was yet, but he knew the type. He pointed the radar. 71 in a 55. Illegal speed, illegal tag placement, illegal intent. He flipped the cruiser around. Lights on, siren ready. The rider didn't slow down. He sped up. That was the moment Mercer knew this wasn't a traffic stop. This was a chase. And maybe, just maybe, the chase. Derek didn't look back. He had outrun law enforcement before, and he assumed today was no different. The bike roared as he leaned into the throttle, cutting wind and line of sight. Mercer radioed in the pursuit. Location, heading north, speeds climbing. Up ahead, a tractor trailer. Any normal rider would slow. Derek didn't. He cut past the truck so sharply that even the driver swore his mirror grazed leather. The highway narrowed as they neared Nahunta city limits. Traffic was thin but unpredictable. Those uncertain minutes where normal people commute and criminals gamble. Mercer warned dispatch. This rider is passing vehicles aggressively. Speed's high, still running. Then came the intersection at Route 520. Red light, cross-traffic shifting. Most riders would hit the brakes. Derek blew straight through. Mercer slowed just enough to survive it, but not enough to lose sight. For a moment, it felt like every other chase. The kind that ended with tire marks and nothing more. But fate was already lining up the pieces. A white Ford F-150 was traveling ahead in the same direction as Derek. He tried to pass it without losing speed. He'd done this 100 times. But this wasn't number 101. His helmet clipped the truck's side mirror with a crack so sharp, it cut the air in half. The motorcycle spun. Tires screamed. Then silence. It veered off the road and hit the edge of ditch. A perfect launch pad with no mercy. The bike went airborne. Derek followed, and gravity did the rest. He slammed into a tree mid-flight before being hurled across Burton Street, finally colliding with a concrete barrier outside the local post office. When Mercer pulled in seconds later, what he saw didn't look human anymore. The body lay on one side, the head on the other. The ghost was finally still. First responders sealed the scene. Forensics arrived. Deputies combed the area. A cell phone buzzed in the bushes. The screen flashed a name, Tyler. Minutes later, a man showed up pale and shaking, claiming Derek was like a brother. He didn't know his birthday, didn't know his address, but he knew his reputation. The tag was tampered with. The VIN was buried. The ex-wife he stayed with didn't even know he was out riding that morning. Surveillance was checked at nearby banks and government buildings. Nothing caught the crash. Nothing caught the chase. Just like always, Derek managed to stay off camera. Ironically, the only evidence that remained was his body. People always assumed Derek was just reckless, but his record told a different story. He had priors, small-time thefts, assaults, burglary attempts. But he slipped through cracks every time. No one ever had proof. Victims couldn't ID him. Cameras failed. Witnesses hesitated. Even cops joked under their breath. He'll probably get away with the next one too. But there was something darker behind his daredevil escapes. He didn't speed because he loved freedom. He sped because he feared stopping. Every time his helmet went on, he escaped consequences. Until his helmet became the reason he didn't survive them. When investigators dug into his past, they uncovered something else. People had been reporting near misses and grab thefts along that same corridor for months. A woman had her bag yanked from her shoulder outside a pharmacy. A man lost his phone in a parking lot. A teen claimed a biker stole his backpack. None of the crimes were solved. None of the suspects were named. But every witness mentioned one thing: a blue motorcycle disappearing into the distance. They couldn't prove everything Derek did, but when they started piecing it together, they realized they didn't need to. His end was his confession. At 7:58 a.m., the coroner pronounced him dead. Blood was drawn from the heart for toxicology. The wreckage was hauled off by a local wrecker service. The investigation was handed over to specialists. But everyone on scene already knew the truth. This was the first time in his life that Derek Cole didn't get away. He'd dodge handcuffs. He'd outrun sirens. He'd slip past charges. He got away with crime more times than anyone could count. But when justice missed him, physics didn't. He died like he lived, fast, violent, and faceless. The only difference this time? There was no escape route, no back road, no engine to carry him. Just silence, sirens, and the sound of fate catching up at last.